Good evening, Sassy Scrappers. How you doing tonight? It is Thursday night at 5:03. So I decided to go ahead and get started with our project tonight. I do have a few little household little notes here that I wanted to bring up to you tonight. Um, if you're seeing this on YouTube, this stuff may be kind of over, but I just had somebody that wanted to add me as a contact in Zoom. I don't know for sure about that, but um, anyway, so Monday, August 26th is the first day that you can order Croptoberfest products, and I will be ordering for anyone that has ordered through my Google Sheet. I will be ordering all of your products for you. Uh, the new little truck, if you haven't seen, it is adorable. I'll put it up here. See the little truck across the bottom? That's just half of the punch. It punches 6 across, and you can actually cut them apart so you can use them for other embellishments and stuff. This is the punch, and that will be available beginning Monday, and I think it is going to go fast. I know the photo trimmers and the bags went really fast. Again, Monday, the photo trimmers should be back in stock and you can get those. There are no more bags, but we should be able to get the photo trimmers. And again, beginning on Monday. I have a email that will come out on Friday, and I'll know a little bit more exact about that then. So that should be available. All of the Croptoberfest products should be available. Also, I believe I've heard rumors that there may be free shipping with a certain dollar amount of order beginning on Monday as well. So if you're not close to me and need your order shipped to you, you might want to wait until after Monday or wait till Monday to order so you can get in on that free shipping. There's probably also going to be a new fall collection coming out Monday too, but I'm not sure about that either. Just kind of suspecting things. Also, another thing, if any of you were here for Wacky Wednesday this week, I had some special shoes, and there's a picture of them on Steph's Sassy Scrappers Facebook page. But if you saw them, they're really cool. They go perfectly with all of our polka dot products. And when I ordered them on Amazon. And I know I can send them back, but and I usually wear a size 8 in a tennis shoe, and I ordered an 8, but it's a smidge too small. So I wore them once. So I am selling those for anybody that wants them, would like them. And they are an 8, but like if you wear a 7.5, they'd probably be perfect. If I sell them, I'm going to order an 8.5, and they're just a little more comfortable. I wore them during the day on Wednesday, and they were fine when I was just sitting here. But I wore them later in the day too. I kept them on just to see, and after a while, they were getting a little bit snug. So I may buy new ones. If anybody else wants some polka dot tennis shoes, they are so cute. Let me know, and we'll make arrangements for that. Uh, so, like I said, if you wear size 7.5, they'll probably be perfect for you. And I think that is it for my notes. There's still room in my September crop. It's the first weekend in September or the weekend after Labor Day. I'm having it here. I did order a couple more new chairs today, so we'll have a couple more comfy chairs to sit in while you scrap. But I will be having that here. It'll be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday crop, so it'll be 3 days. Um, and like I said, I do have room for a few more. So get on Facebook page again and sign up for those if you want. Now we better get started with the project. I'm going to try to pin my table here, and hopefully you can see that. And we're going to make something like this tonight, okay? So it's just a fun little ice cream page. We make the ice cream cone. You can actually put a little picture up there if you want to with a couple other pictures. It uses the square frame with the scallop around the outside, a border punch here. We're using the clouds border frame punch. Oh, it's taking a while to focus, isn't it? On here. So anyway, course, you guys all know my internet stinks and it's been even worse lately. I was going to call them and see if there's anything they can do to speed me up a little bit, but so bear with me. If I lose you, I'll get back on. But anyway, so let's get started on this. So you're going to need your cloud punch. You're going to need another border punch of some kind. And tonight, I think I'm going to use the cake one. And we're going to make it a cake and ice cream page. You are going to need some scraps of paper, whatever color you want the ice cream to be. Tonight, we're going to have, what is it, the Neapolitan? Is that what they called it? It was pink and brown and vanilla kind of or something. So those are going to be my colors of ice cream. And then you're going to need something for your cone. Now, if you purchase the This Life craft paper packet, it has perfect paper. The craft paper is perfect for this. If not, find some, like a brown or a tan colored thing for the cone, for the waffle, if it has a waffle effect, but those papers are perfect if you have those. You're also going to need a couple of the circle custom cutting system, and of course your blades and your mat. And like I said a little bit ago, you're going to need the square jumbo trim or custom cutting system, jumbo square with the scallops on the outside. There's also one with scallops on the inside and just even on the outside, but this one we want scalloped on the outside. If you don't have this, you can just do just square, or you could do just a square and use your one of your decorative blades from the trimmer. That would also work. And of course, we're going to need our 12-inch trimmer as well. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock or designer paper or whatever. The base should be cardstock probably. And I'm going to use this white, and this is that Stardust white that has the little speckles in it. You can kind of see a few of the bigger ones here. And I really like this paper. I think it's a lot of fun. Also, the new bright white cardstock I've been using a lot of for backgrounds as well. Just really has a nice look to it. So we're going to set this background over to the side for a little bit. And we're going to start out here with this piece of paper. Can either, like I said, either be cardstock or designer paper. And we're going to cut like a little frame out of that. I don't know if I can kind of, you're not going to be able to see enough of it probably. But what we're going to do is mine is in yellow on this one. We're going to cut this in green on this one. So I'm just going to, and it doesn't have to be perfectly centered on your mat here, but it just helps a little bit if it is. Just kind of center it up here, and you're going to put it to center your thing off here, your template here. A lot of times what I do is look at the center. There's usually center little ovals or circles or something on them, and I kind of try to line those up with the 6 here, and then the 6s top and bottom, and then that gets you pretty well centered. Now you can use just the red blade, which is the closest, the green, which is out just a little bit further, and the blue goes clear out. The blue would cut clear to the outside, but we want to see that little white cardstock behind a little bit. So I'm going to use the red tonight, and that's what I used before too. And this is a little tricky because you got all these waves. So just make sure that you get those feet in the groove. And just kind of go slow and let it weave. Make sure you hold it down all the way around. And I found sometimes I try to push down too hard, and then it doesn't weave very well. And I actually think I'm going to probably need to get new blades pretty soon. The last time I got new blades, I'm just going around the second time. I'm going to kind of pick it up a little bit to see maybe where it's not clear, cut through. There's a few spots. So I'm just going to go around again. I'm not perfect like some of those gals. Some of those good gals on the Zooms and stuff, man, they go right around. It cuts everything. So I don't know if it's my blades or me. Probably me. So I usually go around a couple times just to make sure that I got it all and don't have to trim extra. But when you do go around a couple times, you got to make sure that you sure hold that template in the same spot, because if you don't, okay, there's another little place over here I still haven't got. It makes a mess. Okay, I think I should have it. Yay! You actually can keep this piece and use it on another page. If you want to make a second page to go along with this one, this would be perfect. You know, actually even kind of, I mean, a little different colorings, but there you can see where it would be perfect, and then put some stuff on in the middle of this one. So don't throw these frames away when you get done cutting them. Keep them for something else, okay? So now we've got this, which looks pretty good. We're done with this template. You can set that aside for now. And we're going to pull in our cardstock. And we're just going to attach this down. And I'm going to use some repo. I brought another box of repo out tonight just in case, because I usually always run out. Is there anybody else that wants in yet? I don't see anybody wanting in yet. I hope it's working. Not sure. I mean, it worked for me when I clicked in on my second device, so I hope it works. But I don't have anybody else in here, so that leads me to believe that probably not. Although I only had one last week, but. So this is the way I usually do these big ones. Get them kind of centered where I want, and then put the tape underneath, so keep them in the same place. Okay. So there is our base. Okay. I'm going to set that aside for a minute, and I'm going to now make this border that's down here. And I'm going to make that border nice with this pretty shimmer pink. And I'm going to make it out of the cakes. So we're just going to line up. And as you know, all my girls know that the black lines here is where you start it, one side or the other. We're just going to line it in here, line it up with the black line. Make sure you hold it back against the edge here. And punch. And then we're going to move it down, and we're going to match. Ooh, my little flame bent there. We're going to match it up right here on this side so you can't see any of the blue. I'm going to cover up all that blue. Punch again. Carefully move it down. And then line it up again. Sometimes you can slide it. It seems like that little candle on top is kind of catching on things. So we're just going to gently pull it out if we need to. Line it up and punch again. Yeah, it just wants to catch a little bit there. So I'm just going to pull it out. And this should be the last one. Okay. So we made our border there. And this is not a chain style punch. As you can see, this is what they call an edge style. But that's okay. We can use an edge style, because all we have to do then is take our trimmer, and we're just going to line it up so there's just a tiny itty bitty bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this straight line right under where the cakes and stuff are on the 1/8 line or the second dotted line. So that's just going to give me a real small 1/8 little piece right underneath. And it'll look just like this. And we just kind of made it into a chain. Okay. It's back under here. And then got stuff out all over here. And this is going to go across the bottom down here. Now, I'm not going to put it on yet because, well, I guess I could. We can. We can. So I'm going to use my little blue mat over here on the side. You maybe just see a little bit of it down there at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and use my repositional tape and just put on the back of that. And I want to leave it up just a little bit because I want to see that green, a little bit of the green showing. And let me put it over here where I can line it up and make sure that I get that somewhat close to level. So I'm gonna go at 3/4 of an inch and 3/4, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to an inch. Just leave a little bit more of that green down there. So I'm gonna go put it at 1 inch and just put it across there. Okay, now we get to start making our ice cream cone. So what we're gonna do for our ice cream cone is we are going to take 3 different pieces of paper that you want for your ice cream. And I think the Neapolitan stuff, isn't that the pink, brown, and green colored? I don't know, I can't remember, but it seems like it. I haven't had that forever. Okay, and we're gonna take our trimmer again, and we're going to cut these pieces to 2 inches by 6 inches. So it can just be scraps of paper, 2 inches by 6 inches. Pull out your arm. We're gonna go to 6. Okay. Let's cut the rest of that away. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna go at 2 inches. Cut that. So I'm gonna set aside. We're gonna use this paper next Wednesday for one of our projects that we're doing at Wonderful Wacky Wednesday, which is every Wednesday at my house from 9 to 5. And every 4th Wednesday of the month, we have Wonderful Wacky Wednesday that we do cool projects with. Okay, this is a major scrap of paper, so we're just gonna cut some of this junk off here and get rid of it. And then I'm gonna cut my 2 inches. Well, I didn't get all the crap off, did I? That's okay. We'll cut 2 inches and then I'll cut that off. Because it's not so good down here. It's kind of bent down here too. So we're just cut it and we'll cut 6 inches out of the middle of it since we have a 12-inch piece. Kind of scrappy, but it's good for eyes or noses or ears or something like that on things if you do that. We'll just cut that end off just a little bit because it was bent. And then we're going to cut this at 6 inches. Okie dokie. So there is our ice cream. Does that look good? Want to eat some ice cream? Okay, now this is what we're going to do. This is where you need your cloud punch. And the cloud border punch is also a frame. They call it a cloud frame punch. This is no longer available. It's old, old, but a couple of years probably. And so is the cake one. So I'm not using real current products tonight, but hopefully some of you have it or you know somebody that does, or you can come to Wacky Wednesday and use mine. So we're going to start and we're going to do this like we're going to make a frame, but we're not really going to make a frame, but that's the way we're going to use it. And if you'll see, let's see if I can get it here. Kind of right there. Can you see there's a line right here that goes all the way up and down? There. See the line that goes up and down? I'm afraid if I move it, there's a line right there. If you're going to use it as a frame, that's where you want to line it up. So we're going to put this in here and we're going to line it up with that line. Okay, so you can't see that line. We're going to punch it. Okay, then we're going to move it over just the same way as we did the other one and line it up with the frame or with the blue line so you don't see those blue lines. And we're going to punch again and make sure it's pushed back against the tray. So we have something that looks like this. Okay. So now we're going to put it in and we're going to put it in sideways and we're going to line that brown tab up with that line once again. So you just put it in there, line it up and punch. And that's going to make the little curl on that end. Okay. We're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to stick it in, line it up on that side and punch. And there gives us one of our little scoopy things for the ice cream on the brown. We're going to do that same exact thing. Put those out here with the other two. One and 2. Turn it 90 degrees, stick it in there. There's 1. Whoop, got just a little bit. We can just pull that off, no problem. I still can't believe that nobody else has tried to get in. Not sure why. I have a message on Zoom. Candace asked to be a friend on Zoom. So, okay. So we're going to flip it over, do the same thing. We're going to line it up and punch it. So there's another layer of ice cream. Move those scraps out of the way. You don't want to leave those scraps under there. It could get caught. We're going to do the same exact thing to this one. Punch. Punch. Turn it. Line it up with that line. Punch. Oh, there Candace wants to leave and join. Not sure exactly what that is, but I'm not going to leave. So we go. There we go. And that's the last layer. So there's our ice cream. Look good, huh? I always like the sherbets better, but I can remember when we were kids, we had some like this kind of. All righty. So we've got our ice cream with our cloud punch. Now we're going to make our cone. So get some paper that looks something like a cone, like what you want for your cone. And you want a 12-inch piece of paper, or at least 6.5 or so long. And you're going to fold it in half. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in here. And we're going to cut it starting like about 2.5 inches. And we're going to put it at an angle. And we're going to cut it down here to about 6.5 inches or so. Just depends on how big you want your cone. You know, if you want it really big, you could make it bigger, but we're going to make it just about, because you'll have double this. So you're going to have, 4 and down to about 6.5. So you can just turn it and angle it so that this comes out right about where you want to stop cutting. So here's 6.5. So I'm going to put the point right here and I'm going to start cutting there. Okay. So we're just going to cut an angle here and hope it looks good. And then when we open it up, there's our cone. Okay. So now we're going to start making our ice cream cone. Stick this down here again for a minute. We're going to pull up our base. So our cone's going to go here. And we're going to layer these on top. So there's one. Hold that a little bit. So, and you've got to kind of space it so that you've got room for your little flurry things here on the sides. Just kind of center it in there. And you can move it up a little bit, have it down quite a ways. There you go. And then we'll just layer this one on top of that one. And you can layer them as close or as far away as you want, whatever. And then this one will be, whoop, nope, we don't want to do that. We want to put this one in the middle. I'll show you in a minute why. And this one. And then this one's going to go on top. Okay. So that's kind of how our cone is going to look. And then we have to make a circle. I think I'm just going to make it out of the same paper. I don't think I have enough paper left. This one, obviously, We could use that, but it just looks a little small to me. And actually, the one I did, it called for this size, and I made it bigger. I just think it looks better when it comes more out to the edges a little bit more. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this shimmer and see how that looks on it, okay? So this is where you're gonna need your large, no, excuse me, the small circle, but we're gonna use the small circle and we're gonna use, I think, the green blade. So if we set this, whoops, you can't see that, can you? So if we set that kind of on top of there and come out with a green blade, it'll be just, I mean, it's not going to be all the way out, but it'll look like it's kind of scooped on top, I think. So let's try that. So there is our small circle. Again, make sure those feet are in that track. And we're going to go all the way. Felt like it went around, but you know me, like I said, I always go around twice and then check it. And I think I did it. So we're good. Okay. So pull this back over here. And then this is going to fit down in there like the ice cream in the top. And this is why we're going to use repo because we'll probably have to shimmer and shake it around a lot. Okay, look at there. Huh? Looks like an ice cream cone, doesn't it? Cool. Yay, it worked. All righty. So I'm going to put this down first, the cone. I'm going to put it right down about there. Oh, and I wiggled it. Straight, kind of. And a little bit more down here. Hold that in place. Okay, then I'm going to start with my brown, but I think I'm going to see how this goes. And I might put that circle down first. Although I may need to pull it up just a bit. Yeah, that isn't too bad, is it? Okay, I think I'm going to put that circle on. Just so it's touching. Maybe just so it's touching the top of that. Just kind of center it in there. Okay, now we're going to put the other flavors on. Just come up a little bit here. Centered. Okay, and we're going to put our cream one in. And you can put it at however high or low you want. Space it on there. Whoop, wiggle on me. There we go. And then I'm going to put the pink one on last. Just kind of lines up there. How's that look, huh? Pretty good? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put just a little repo out here on the ends just to hold those little loose pieces down now. I didn't put it on there to begin with. And then when you get that repo, you can just rub the extra off and it comes right off. I'm going to do the same on this side. Just a little repo to hold those down so they don't get caught on things. And then just rub off the excess. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, then, whoops, yeah, I better put a little repo under that little flame too. So we've got our cakes at the bottom and our ice cream over here. Then we're going to make a couple journaling boxes here. And again, you can do those in any color that you want. I have extra pink, so we could use extra pink. And I also have some extra cream colored. So the cream and the pink might look good over here. Again, you can use any shape or size or whatever that you want for these. I'm going to do a probably a 4x6 first of all. And then we may want to do just a Maybe a 4x4 or something for the other one, make it a little bit smaller. There's not a whole lot of room here. But let's do 4x6 for this one. I mean, actually, it looks like we have a 4x4 here. We could put two cream colored ones down as well if you wanted to do that. You know, something like that if you wanted to do that. I think I'm going to throw in the pink though to add a little more color. Another thing that I want to bring out is that we've got lots of curves, lots of circles, not many sharp edges. So this would be a great page to use your corner rounder. We sometimes forget that we have this little corner rounder in our arsenal of products here. Look how that just kind of makes everything flow better, okay? Like I said, we could use this one down here too, if you wanted to do that. Could even stick it kind of behind the cakes, which that's fine. I don't, that's kind of cute. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or we could do the pink. Let's just do the cream. And of course, I'm going to round the edges on this one too. I'll save that pink for something else. I have a granddaughter, you know. Pinks come in handy for girls. Plus, I love the shimmer. Okay. So we can put one of those there. Like I said, we can slide this one under those little cakes and stuff down there a little bit. So you can slide your picture kind of under those two when you put your picture on. And we can just put those two kind of like that. How's that? All right, then on this one, I put a little journal box down here. You could journal right on the page right here with a darker, you know, like a brown pen or something. You could journal right there if you wanted to. And then I also put a little embellishment up here in the top corner. I did find a little embellishment here that says sweet treats. I thought was kind of cute. And I was thinking that maybe I could put this on a little bit of the pink, a square, or not square, but a circle, and put it on there and maybe go right up here in the middle. So I want a circle that's a little bit bigger than this, not a lot bigger, but I think if we do the middle circle and the blue blade, I think we might be okay. So let's try it. I know some of you have your templates. I used to have them someplace, but I have no idea where they're at. If you want to use your template to figure that out, but I just kind of eyeball it usually. And if I'm wrong, which I might be on this one, it might be exactly the same size. No, I think so. And I do it again. Yeah, that's even smaller. Well, let's see if I got enough room here to do a green one. Green one won't be that much bigger. Yeah, maybe I should do the red, but it looks like the red's going to be too big, but we'll see. I'll just do the red. I got the paper, so I can do it. And I'll do around the red. There, I felt it loosen up. Okay, so then we can just put that. Oh, I think this is going to work. And just try to center it on there to just give it something to back it. And then we can pop it up with foam squares or foam tape, whichever you like. For this, I'll probably use one big foam square if I have it. Go through these things like crazy. If they're long and narrow, a lot of times I'll use the foam tape, and I do, but I might actually use more than one. Probably put one here and then a little bit smaller one down here, just to give it a little bit more stability. I'm going to pull that off. And just pop it right there. So, are we done? No, not quite. We're not quite done yet because I've got something else fun to do that will kind of jazz it up a little bit. Got your dot pins? We're going to look here and see what we got for dot pins. That would be fun. I'm hoping I have. Oh, maybe I don't. I'm hoping I had a fun dot pink. Do I not have a dot pink pen? I have a purple. Look at my other pens. I can't believe we don't have a pink. Hmm. Well, maybe we're not going to do that fun thing. I swore we had a pink one. Got a red one and a blue one. Hmm. Well, we're not going to do what's fun. Well, I was going to do that. I was going to take it. If you do have a dot pen that is pink, for some reason I thought we did. I was just going to take and just put a few little dots around on the white around the outside, just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. Another thing you could do is with a pen is just do little dashes all the way around the green, and that would kind of, make it stand out a little bit too. Just a few things you could do to just add a little extra pizzazz to it. I'll have to look. I could have swore I had a dot pen. Maybe I just didn't have room in my case, so I didn't put it in. So anyway, that's kind of our page for the night. And I think it's kind of cute. I hope you do too. Be great for a little birthday, or if just took the grandkids or the kids to the ice cream shop, just flip on a couple pictures and we're done. So anyway, we went about 40 minutes or so. And so this is supposed to be recording. Hopefully it is. And I will try to get the recording on the YouTube station and you can see it there if you missed it. And evidently everybody missed it for some reason or other. I'm going to have to find out what the deal was, how if they couldn't get in or what, and then see if we can't fix it for next week. I think we'll still try to have another one next Thursday when football season starts. I think junior high plays football on Thursday nights, so I'm going to have to change the night probably because I will definitely be at the junior high football games this year. If you'll see me there. All right, for now, thanks a lot and stay sassy. Bye bye.